How does a lady obey her husband? Is very, and that's why he said to me before, he has a controversial question. Because whatever you answer, you will be, they will throw some stones to you, you know. So, how does she obey? I mean, what is the meaning of obeying? What is the meaning of obeying? What is the meaning? Is it difficult to explain the meaning of obeying? Obey Allah and obey the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What does it mean? Ya atiyu Allah wa atiyu Rasul wa ulul amri minkum. Follow Allah, obey Allah, follow the Prophet and the people who have authority. The order in the Quran. What does it mean to obey Allah? Allah, He sent us prophets, and the prophets, they came with rules, how to follow a good way, and then they say that you have to do this and leave that. That's actually very simple, obeying. You must leave certain things and do certain things. And what we have to leave is clear, and what we have to do also is clear. And we follow that, then we obey whom? We obey Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And now, what is also very important in that thing is to have your heart with them. Your heart. Because also in the Quran is written, you are not really believing if you don't feel like Prophet saying something, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you feel 100% aligned with this. In Arabic they say, haraj, you don't feel this. No. You're just 100%, you feel it, and Prophet saying, I'm with it, but with my whole heart. And if this is not there yet, you're not yet completely obeying. That's why Shaykh Nazim, he said it. Shaykh Nazim, he said it very, very clearly, to obey your husband, that means that you like what your husband likes. You don't like what your husband don't like. You forget this nonsense culture of discussing and nonsense culture of I am right. If you say something, I have to say the opposite. That's what we learn in school. Democracy. If you have one opinion, there must be someone who has the other opinion, the opposition. I am the ruling, but my wife, she's the opposition. She's the opposition? No. Real wife is your paradise garden, not your opposition. Paradise garden she is. And many women, they were so intelligent that they were very good, also, you can say, like ministers for their husbands, like giving very good advice, helping them, supporting them with the whole heart. And the meaning of obeying, Maulana Sheikh Nazim, he said, the meaning of obeying is that they have to be like a shadow to their husband. Like a shadow. Imagine this. And how to do it nowadays is a little bit more difficult, because they learn other things. They learn the opposite of this, They learn, and also men, they're learning that. This culture of having opinions, culture of having discussions, they learn that, but then it makes the love to decrease. The love between husband and wife to decrease, become less and less. Because when you see your wife, you know there will be discussion. When she sees you, she sees also not the beautiful thing, but she sees the mistakes, And this is the thing of wie sagt man, Einstellung, deine Einstellung.
Attitude.
It's a thing of your attitude. You can have the right attitude and everything will change. You will see your husband different. You can have the right attitude, you will see your wife also very beautiful. It's a thing of attitude. You don't have to say, it's just not working. It's not working because you have wrong attitude. So this following, that means that she respects the responsibility of the husband. In the Quran is written, الرجال قوامون على النساء. That means the men are like foremost. They're responsible for the ladies. They're responsible in every way. They must look after them, work for them, make their life to be as much as they can beautiful, make their life easy. That, and for this they must go out, work, carry all the difficulty of the world, of the dunya. Then also, very important, they must protect their family and their wife from shaitan. They are like a shield to the outside. From every negativity, every bad thing that tries to reach the family, they are the shield. I remember it even from our horses, mashallah, they have this understanding. The male one, when the male one wants to eat, in the house, like relaxing, the ladies coming, they kick him. And he say, okay, no problem, you can eat first. They kick him because he's eating first. Then he let them eat. He's really gentleman, mashallah. They kick him hard, but he's not complaining. He say, okay, no problem, you eat. Then he goes and he's running always like big circles in the whole place around. The hengst. Is that one hengst? Huh? The male, running big circles. The stallion, running big circles all the time, looking. You see him running from there to there, then he's looking. Something coming? No. Okay, running other side, looking. Someone coming? No. Protecting. This is strong example, and the ladies, they are happy, no problem, they don't have to run, no. When they want to run, they run. When they want to relax, they relax. Let the man work. He's carrying this. He's carrying things on the shoulder what ladies, they cannot imagine. This responsibility. Very heavy responsibility. And the lady, what she can do, she can make, when the husband does all his work for her, all the things for her, and I can ask every man here, and it's forgotten now. It's forgotten by many people. I can ask every man, and you see it from many men. I ask, what is your wish? Many of them who are married and they have children, they say, I want to make the best life for my wife and my children. They are not thinking about themselves. If it's themselves, they don't care. They sleep in a car, small car, they go around the world, they don't care. But they say, I work because I want to make a good life for my wife and my children. Many of them. And this is a very heavy responsibility. And nowadays, from brainwashing of Dajjal, his aim is to destroy families. How to destroy families? To make the wife to be against the husband. Very easy. Feminism. Very easy. Feminism belongs to Dajjaliya system. Dajjal system. To be ready that Dajjal is coming. Why? Because you have millions and milliards of lost people. Children that don't grow up without parents because parents divorce and they have only their divorce story. Children going from place to place to be easy victim of shaitan, Easy victim of shaitan. That's why they put the wife, Dajjal, with manipulation, put the wife against the husband. Saying, why you say something to me, oh my husband, why? You know, and I'm saying also, oh my husband. They say, you idiot, why you say something to me? Yeah, I heard it many times with my own voice. Being guest at some people, and the man is saying something, the wife said to him, shut up! I say, what? Let me go out quickly, please. You know? It's embarrassing, subhanAllah, to see something like that, you know. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Prophet says, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if I order a human being to make sajda to another human being, I order the wife to make sajda to her husband. Not to me, the Prophet saying, not to the Prophet, not to the Sheikh, not to someone, to your husband. And when the wife does that, by her heart, like, she cannot make sajda, yes, because it's forbidden, as Prophet saying, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but if she, by her heart, being aligned with him completely, husband is the happiest husband. He will try his best to put the beautiful life to her feet. You know? And when he does that, then she will be even more happy. And he will be more happy. And she will be more happy. And so on. Nicht Teufelskreis, sondern das Gegenteil von Teufelskreis. Engelskreis. You know, not devil's circle, how you call it, but angel circle, to be more happy with each other all the time, to be more beautiful. You know. To be aligned, that means following. You know. If you want to follow Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that means to be aligned with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Or not? 100%. That's the meaning of obeying the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You know. And there was one, my father, he told this story many times. There was one sultan, I don't know exactly which one and what time, but he was very harsh. And there was one time they sit together, they eat kürbis, pumpkin. They eat pumpkin. And then one from the people said, yes, the pumpkin, the Prophet ﷺ, he loved the pumpkin. You know? And in that context, in front of the sultan and the ulama, and many people say, oh, mashallah, and then they eat with more happiness. But one, he said, stand up, but I don't like the pumpkin, he said. What did the sultan do? He said, go cut his head. Yeah, no joke. How you stand up in front of so many people that love the Prophet ﷺ and say, I don't like what the Prophet likes, and you're Muslim also? He made the sultan to be enraged, you know. Yeah, maybe, sure, he overreacted. He will not see something from our shuyukh, but it shows something. The story shows something, you know. We as men, also we must obey someone. Everyone must obey someone. Prophet ﷺ, he was obeying Allah. Yeah, we are obeying our sheikh. We are obeying our chef. We are obeying our father, mother, yes, and the wife is obliged to obey her husband. This is the line. You must obey someone. If you don't obey someone that you should obey, you obey shaitan. If we don't have a sheikh, our sheikh is shaitan. Wife, if she don't want to obey her husband, she will obey shaitan. Yeah. Now they could argument also, which is also important argument. I don't want to put this down. They could say, but what if my husband he's not a nice husband? Like, I'm not talking about nice. Oh, trying to answer also for me now. I'm listening all the time, you know. They will cancel us now quickly. So the wife can say, what if my husband I mean not by character, characters are always different, but what about if she say, my husband he's making bad things, he's going gambling, he's drinking, he's doing such thing. This is a different story. It's different. it is not an easy task to make the right thing and right decisions if something like this is happening. It's a big test from Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. It's a big test for the wife also. We can refer to Rabi'at al-Adawiyya Qaddasallahu sirrahu aliyya. She had also a difficult husband, but she became the most holy woman, apart from Maryam and Sahabiya, and some prophets' wives, but she became most saintly woman in that time. And she had to carry that, and what she was doing, she was also not trying to correct her husband. She was not like all the time shouting for the same mistake. No. What she was doing, she was praying for him. She prayed the nights and she prayed for her husband and she prayed for his forgiveness when he died also. With all her heart, and that Allah forgave him, mashallah. This is showing the good, the beauty in this, showing the beauty, how to do it right. And Hajja Ruqiyya, may Allah bless her maqam, her station, and raise her, mashallah. Is also most saintly woman that we know about, And Hajja Ruqiyya also, she said that if you have a husband, he's doing bad things, make one time you say, please leave this. Second time you say, leave this. Third time you say, leave this. After 3 times, when he don't listen, she say, you leave it, you make only dua. Imagine ladies make this. Because then the husband also, he is much more obliged to look after his own responsibility. If the wife always saying the same thing, he will feel like, okay, she has responsibility. She's all the time asking me for that. But if she asks 3 times and then just leave you and make dua, you will feel like, I must do it now from my own power. And that's what men have to do. They must do it from their power. That's what she said. And I think this would have saved many marriages also if people would listen to that. Then if the husband doing bad things, ordering also bad things, she shouldn't listen. If the parents, for example, your parents, we are obliged to follow our parents. There's very similar hadith about following parents like wife should follow husband. Because, for example, something like the happiness of your parents is the happiness of Allah. If parents are happy with you, Allah is happy with you. Same also, if your husband is happy with you, Allah is happy with you, saying to the wife. It's very important that they work on this happiness. And in the end, all of what we do in this life is we do it for Allah, or not. So if you want Allah's pleasure, and He's saying you get His pleasure by making your husband happy, then this should be your aim also. Same with the parents. Parents become old one day and be forgetful, maybe even they shout to you, they insult you, but you shouldn't even say to them, oof. Not even this. Not even, no. Forbidden to your parents. You stupid one. You forgot to bring my coffee. Maybe you have old parents one day like this, Then you just say, yes, I forgot it, I am stupid. Here's the coffee. You don't say, again. I have to say this to myself. I'm also very impatient. But my niyat is to learn it one day, inshallah. This is my niyat. So, wife, they should try their best. Then, same thing also for Prophet ﷺ from Islam. We know that you must serve your parents, be there for your parents. But if they order you against Islam, this is the limit. Islam is first, to do the right thing, and to love Prophet more than any human being, to love him more. It's the distinction about loving and whom you must respect directly in front of, who is in front of you. But loving, you must love the Prophet ﷺ more than any other human being. That means if they try to get you away from Prophet, your parents, then you must stop. If your husband try to get you away from Prophet, you must stop. If he become unbeliever completely, you can divorce also. If he doesn't believe in Allah, try to raise your children also without Allah, then you must try to separate. And I know also examples and live I heard from Sheikh that in some cases that there were very difficult husbands, they drinking and things and stuff, that he said after some time, 5 years, 7 years, 3 years, he said, you carry enough, it's okay. It's enough. You were patient enough. Now you can divorce. So there is a limit. That means, yes, the lady has to obey the husband. Yes, it's true. We cannot. It's in every religion. Read Bible, read Old Testament, New Testament, Last Testament, Quran. Read all of them. It's all the time the same. They should follow. But there's a big but. If we don't follow our way, if we don't follow Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, if we don't follow Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, then they feel it like a hypocrisy if we demanding from them to obey us and commanding them, but we are not following our command. We are not following our way. They feel it very difficult to follow us. This is the most important thing. The men, yes, but first of all, you must go on your way, like as much as you can, as straight as you can. Focus on the Shaykh. Don't focus on anything else. Don't make your family, your wife, to be wall between you and the way and Prophet. That means your focus must be on that way. There you have to obey and try your best. Then you will see, inshallah, by Allah's will, also your wife to be obeying with you and obeying in the same way, inshallah. Yes.